Hi, everyone, and happy Monday. It's Kimberly Beer here with Make It Happen Monday. One thing you can do this week to better market your business. And this week, I want to talk to you about email marketing. So, those of you who follow me know that I am a huge fan of email marketing, and I feel like it is integral to your success in modern marketing methodology. I know it's an icky feeling sometimes to do email marketing, and I know some of you don't always like to do email marketing, but I can tell you in the end, it is probably one of the highest, if not the highest, return on your investment for time and money. The only thing I can think of that I recommend to do more than email marketing is out there face-to-face marketing. To me, that's your best source of sales, shortly followed by email marketing. And it's the way you follow up on those face-to-face sales and actually convert those people from being leads into customers. So no matter where your leads come from, email marketing is a great way to be able to turn those leads into actual customers and then to maintain your relationship with your customer over time. Okay, so you're following me, so I'm probably preaching to the choir here. So I'm going to jump right into 3 of the latest trends in email marketing, because email marketing, just like all kinds of digital marketing, is in the process of evolving. And that evolution is really important for small business owners to stay on top of. So here are 3 things that I see in email marketing that you need to be instituting right now to be effective with this market medium. The first thing is value is everything. What you put forward to your customers in an email has to be valuable to them. And more importantly, and we're going to get into this in a little bit later in another trend, that value must be timely if you want them to take an action. In other words, it should be valuable to them in the moment of when they're reading the email. Now, thankfully, email marketing automation has gotten even better, and we understand a little bit more about how people read and utilize marketing emails from the consumer perspective, enough to know that if we can send a targeted email to a prospect right when that prospect is in a situation where they're ready to buy, hint, that's usually after they come to your website, hint, that's usually after they meet you in person and you have a really good conversation about it, that person is much more likely to purchase from an email. So it's one of the most wonderful ways to get that conversion from a lead to a sale. But again, value has to be it. So what does value mean? Value is one of those things. It's kind of like that movie with the cowboys where the cowboy says, what's the secret to life? And the secret to life is there's just one thing. If you can figure out what your one thing is, then you got it made. And value is exactly the same way when it comes to email marketing. It's that one thing that you have to figure out that your customers are going to want. And you can a lot of times answer that question more easily if you can get an idea in your head of that perfect customer, that one that you would love to take and clone 1,000 times over, and look at what that customer will value in an email marketing communication, and then write your emails to that customer. And again, remember what I just said. Timing does have something to do with this. In other words, the value is more important to the person receiving it, or higher to the person receiving it, if they receive it at a moment in time when they really need it. So think about if you have that perfect customer that you'd like to clone 100 or 1,000 times over and over again. Think of where that customer was when they made the buying decision that you're trying to elicit in the current customers that you have or prospects that you have. What would they have valued in that moment? So value is everything, especially when you're starting out your email marketing program to a client. So if you're a prospect or client in this case, if you can make those first emails that you send out to them especially valuable, then you're going to do something where you have almost behaviorally conditioned them to want to open their email or to perceive that your emails hold value. The one thing you want to really avoid here is you want to avoid that quick fix communication email that maybe throws out something like a really cheap coupon or coupons that are going to eventually get better, And that's the first one. You want to avoid that very first communication being something that doesn't have a lot of value. You want it to be something that they really anticipate. This is why those free offers, like download this free white paper or get this colossally good coupon by giving your email address, people always open those emails. So if you just make it a practice that the very first set of emails that you send a customer have some fantastic things in them, some that the customer expects and some where you've delivered above and beyond, then you will have conditioned that customer to feel very happy about opening your emails. So think about it yourself. I know everybody's like, I just skip over marketing emails. Well, you skip over a lot of them, but if it's somebody you're really interested in, if it is a marketing email that is reaching you right in that moment at the right time, admit it, you open those. So I know I do, and I am not alone in that. Marketing emails are very beneficial for consumers if they have value to them. So finding that one thing, that one proposition is so critical, and use it in your first communications with your customers via email so that you condition that response in them from the beginning, that when they see your name in the from line, they're like, yep, that email has value. Maybe they don't have time to read it right now. Maybe they delete that one, but they'll definitely have a better habit of opening your emails. The next trend that I see is seeing much shorter, more frequent emails. Gone are the days where you just send a monthly newsletter and it's a really long digest type form, unless that's what you've trained your customers to receive. I do see some people going old school and starting to use that format again, but what they're doing is they're using it with that highly valuable information, and they're only sending it out to customers that they've already trained to expect and open that email. So shorter, more frequent emails are typically common in email marketing these days. We want to make sure that in the shorter, more frequent emails that we do offer the value, remember trend one, and that we offer links and action that our customers can take to participate. But people's time is valuable. And if you value their time, get right to the point and get that information to them and send your emails out on a more frequent basis. You're going to find a little bit more success with that. Not as important as trend one, but definitely important. The third trend is for those of you who are wanting to take your email marketing up to the next level, and that's customized targeted automation. So customers are able to see or receive emails that are very customized just to them based off of what they do or based off their behaviors with previous emails. And an automation component takes care of that. So it can feel very much like from a consumer perspective, like the business is almost psychic in knowing what they need and when they need it and how to communicate it to them. So targeted, customized automation, personalization, things that use their name, things that are using mail merge fields like we used to do back in the old days when we mail merged letters, where there would be fields in an email that call up specific personal data that makes that email feel more personalized and more specialized to the person receiving it. So those are three trends that I see really affecting email marketing these days and really pushing us as marketers to take our communications up to the next level, to provide value in a way that is super cognizant of the time that our consumers have to spend on it, and that it is customized and automated so we spend less time, but our customers feel even more loved and more appreciated and more like we understand them from our business perspective to them. All right. Get out there and do some email marketing this week. Try to shift with your business. I realize that shifting in all three of these trends at one time, if you've been sending out a newsletter for the last 3 years, doesn't actually work. So I'm just aware of that. So let me point that out and say, start by adding more value, then build in your automation, and then really tighten the whole thing down if you're looking to take advantage of these three trends in a current and established email marketing program. If you're a new business, grab them from the beginning, because this is really, I think, what's going to work for quite a while. So thank you. Have a wonderful week. And my challenge to you is to send out at least one email this week that has a lot of value to your customers. Have a good one, and I'll see you next Monday.